1957, I was attending a high school in a different town, and I didn't like the school, didn't like the town, so I changed schools and I went to the school she went to. Now, we was only 8 miles apart, but we went to different schools.
Well, when he came to the high school, I told the girls, my friends, I said, that's the guy I'm gonna marry. And they said, well, what's his name? I don't know his name, but I know I'm gonna marry. So he asked me for a date, and we went to Jailhouse Rock. We went and seen Jailhouse Rock, and it was excellent. And I've always wished he had enough hair I could run my fingers through his hair, like Elvis Presley had.
Used to, probably could have, but not anymore. But we were the best of friends. She was the best looking girl in the school, so I couldn't turn her down. I had to. After 64 years, she's still the best looking girl. So we met in January, I think it was, in school, and in September we got married. Problem was, we were only 16 years old. We had to get our parents to sign for us. So they agreed to sign for us, and we got married, and we've been a support for each other, and God has really blessed us after we gave our heart to Him. He has blessed us unbelievable. I just can't explain how He has took care of us and guided us. 64 years later, we're still together.
And I'm still in love with him.
John 15, chapter 15, verse 12 says, "This is my commandment." Jesus was talking. "This is my commandment. Love others as I have loved you." And He went to Calvary for me and for her and for everyone else. And He was speaking to me that I should love her as my spouse like He loved me. And I've tried to do that. Verse 14 tells us that if we ask anything in Jesus' name, He will give it to us. He'll do that for us. That's just the promise that He has. I've asked for a lot of things that He didn't give me now, a lot of them. So don't expect everything you ask for to get, but He will supply the need of whatever it is.
I know for a fact that you don't always have to have money to have a happy marriage. We didn't have any wood or coal, and I just put the last in because Ralph had been sick and couldn't provide any for us. And so our friend called and wanted to know how Ralph was, and I told him, and he wanted to know if we was doing okay, and I said yes, and he wanted to know if we had heat, and I said, well, I just put the last coal in, and he said, I'll be over in a little bit. And he came, brought us a sack of coal. That was another way the Lord provided. Because I had been praying all day, what were we gonna do? We had 2 little girls, and they needed heat, and the Lord provided us with heat. And so, we don't know how He's gonna provide for us when we're praying for it, but He always comes through. One year we didn't have it was Christmas time. We didn't have any money. And of course you gotta get your children a little something. So we went to Sears. They had a Sears store back then. We went to Sears and we got the girls Christmas. And we paid all year on that, all year. And I said, never again, unless we are dying and have to do it. Never again.
If you didn't have money to go out and eat, we didn't know what McDonald's or something like that was. We didn't have the money for that. You just didn't do it. If you didn't have the money, you didn't do it. My dad was a firm believer, not going dead if you don't have to.
Well, I know you rely on the Lord more when you're in need. I know that for a fact. But we have to keep the Lord in contact too when we have plenty. And so He has helped us through both.
I'm thankful for Heidi because she's always been a good homemaker. She's always been a great wife, a spouse. I call us a team in everything we do. I said, we're a team, let's do this. When I mess up a lot. She always forgives me. She loved me as Christ loved her, and vice versa. And she always smelled good, you know. When I was a kid, I was on a farm. All I had to smell was horses and hogs and cows, and I met her, and man, she smelled good. So, you know, I like it. So.
Well, I'm thankful for Ralph because he's always provided for his family. And he's always, since we got saved, he's always served the Lord. He always holds us up in prayer. He always holds his family up in prayer. And when you love someone, you're going to hold them up in prayer. And I'm so thankful for him because he goes around the house singing to me all the time. He knows a few words of some song, and then he just adds to it, you know. Like, he'll be going around the house, "You are my sunshine, and I love you so much," telling me how beautiful I am, telling me he loves me. He'll do that all the time. And I'm thankful for that. I'd miss that so much if I didn't have him. I would miss him so much. And he's always wanting a hug when I got my hands in the dough or something. That's when he wants a hug. And
Well, a fella needs a hug once in a while.